Hello, welcome to Mythic Melancholy, where we're all a little bit sad, but we can talk about books and shit to make ourselves feel just a bit better. Today, let's talk about a last-minute decision I made, which is to do the 12 books, 12 friends, 12 months challenge. Now, will I actually read one a month, or will I pack them all in at random intervals? Take a guess, because I feel like it's pretty obvious what's going to happen there. Leon, who is the only child awake at this moment in time, has decided that throwing a bunch of toys and stuff from the living room into this room is a really good time. So sorry if you can just hear random shit being thrown around, basically. I think I fell into the peer pressure hype train with this one. People were doing the 23 books to read in 2023, and I almost did that, except 23 is kind of a lot. That's 2 books out of my reading every month, and I just don't think I can commit to that. So instead, we're doing 12 books picked by 12 friends that I need to read this year. Some of these I'm quite excited for. Some of these I'm fairly unsure about, to be honest. And some of these are just turning into a list of buddy reads. But let's just get into what those 12 books are. We have Red Rising by Pierce Brown. This I have had forever. I think I own 3 of the however many books there are now, and I haven't read any of them. Why? I don't know. It's probably my hesitation to read sci-fi, because as much as I like sci-fi, I find that I don't like a lot of sci-fi books. So I tend to be hesitant to pick them up, even when they sound really good or have really good reviews, like this series does. This was recommended to me by Georgia, and we, I think, are going to attempt to buddy read this one. I don't know. I don't know if this one is just all hype, if this one is as good as it sounds. It's like a sci-fi dystopian novel. At this point, I don't even remember what it's about more than that. We have The Sinner's Duet, the first of which is There Are No Saints by Sophie Lark. This was recommended to me by Penny from Blooming Anthology, and I'm excited for this one. I mean, this one is a smutty good time. I've heard such good things. I've never read anything by Sophie Lark. This is a dark romance. I don't know what this one is about more than it's a dark romance. I think, is there like a killer in this one? A serial killer, or is that a different series? I'm really not sure what this is about. I love this cover, and I'm excited to get to this one. This one I'll probably get to sooner rather than later. It'll be a quick read. We have My Eyes Are Up Here by Laura Zimmerman. This one was recommended by Hannah from Lada M. This is a book from one of my Waypoint subscription boxes, which Hannah basically just told me, okay, if I'm gonna rec you a book, just read one of your Waypoint books, damn it. And I was like, okay, yeah, fair. So I decided to go with this one just because it was one of the first ones I saw when I was looking through the Waypoint books that I own. And I'm curious about it because I want to read things that are a little bit outside of my norm and usual this year. This one I feel like is that. Again, this one I might buddy read with Hannah because she has this one and hasn't read it either. This one is a feminist, I think, kind of contemporary. I don't remember what this one is about more than that either. I don't think I've seen a lot of people talk about or review this one, and I'm excited to get to it. Next, I have Queen of the Tierling by Erica Johansson. This is another one that I have had forever. I've heard really good things about this series, but at this point, it's not a series I've heard people talk about in a while. This one was recommended to me by Heidi from This Is My Bookshelf. I don't know if I'm going to like this one. I don't know if this is adult or YA fantasy. I think it might be kind of in between. I'm not sure. I don't remember. I don't remember what it's about either. I know it's not very long for a fantasy, and I am interested to get to it. This one I'm a little unsure if I will like or not. Not really sure why. I just don't know how I'm gonna feel about this one. But this is on the list. I've owned it forever, and I'll be glad to get to it. Then there's Belladonna by Adeline Grace, which was recommended to me by Kelly from Velvet Library. She jumped on this one the second I was like, hey, can you recommend me a book for this 12 books, 12 friends things? Belladonna. She had that out so fast. Apparently this is her new love, and I'm really excited to get to it. I actually did start reading this one last year when I was in the middle of not finishing anything and slumping. I think I only read like at maximum 50 pages, but I did like the feel of it. I'm really, really excited to get to this one. I think this is basically a story of a girl who she can't die, and then she ends up like having this weird relationship with death. I don't know, it looks good. I know that there's a sequel that I think is coming out or just came out. I'm hyped for this one. This one sounds like my kind of thing. Next up is Where the Lost Ones Go by Akemi Dawn Bowman. This one was recommended to me by Emma from Novella Begins. Basically, she just said any Akemi Dawn Bowman. She said probably either The Infinity Courts or Where the Lost Ones Go. The Infinity Courts, I'm just not feeling really like YA fantasy lately, so I decided to go with Where the Lost Ones Go. Really like the cover of this one. I've never read an Akemi Dawn Bowman. She has been hassling me to read an Akemi Dawn Bowman for a while, so I will get to this one. I have no idea what this is about. I know it's a middle grade. That's it. Then we have another middle grade, which is Show Us Who You Really Are by Elle McNichol. This is another one that I feel like Emma would have suggested. This one was actually recommended to me by Becca from Comic Book Sanctum, and it is a short middle grade, I think contemporary, own voices as well. I don't know own voices for what. But it's another one that I am excited to get to. I'm pretty sure I own this one on my Kindle, and it's another one that I think I've had for a while. I've meant to get to for a while, and I just haven't, as tends to happen when you have as many books as I do. Then I have Cemetery Boys by Aiden Thomas, which was recommended to me by Paige. This is another one I've had for a while and was really excited to get to at first, but have become kind of unsure if it's going to be my thing as time has gone on. And so I have been putting off getting to it, but now I'm going to get to it, and hopefully I like it. There are a lot of things I am really excited about for it. I just don't know if this kind of book is my vibe anymore, but it will help me kind of figure out what my tastes are, because that's one of my goals in 2023 is to kind of figure out where my tastes lie at this point. Then we have Vicious by V.E. Schwab. Now, I don't know if I'm excited for this one or not. This one was recommended by Lily from Lily Reads and Other Things. V.E. Schwab, Victoria Schwab, I don't know if her writing is for me. I like some of her ideas, but her books don't tend to capture me, at least from what I've read so far. A Darker Shade of Magic was okay. I've kind of basically forgotten about how I felt about it as a whole at this point, and I don't know if that's a series I'll ever continue. Gallant I enjoyed, but I almost wish it was written by someone else, because I really enjoyed it, but again, it just didn't click as much as I would like it to. I don't know. I'm unsure about this one just because I'm really unsure about V.E. Schwab, but I am willing to continue giving her chances. Everyone loves her writing so much. All of her books tend to be pretty different, so I will get to this, and we'll see if maybe this one is the V.E. Schwab book for me. I've got A Monster Calls by Patrick Ness. This is another one I've owned for God knows how long. This one was recommended by Hannah from Bookworm's Feast. This one I keep hearing has broke people. She said it broke her. I believe it's a middle grade, and it's sad. And I don't know if the monster is real or if it's like a metaphor. I think there's like the kid has a sick mom. Really, the main thing I know about this book is there's a movie that has an actor I know whose name I forgot now in it. Liam Neeson? Is it Liam Neeson? Maybe it's Liam Neeson. I might be wrong. Don't quote me on that. But I'm excited to get to this. This one is also not very long, and hopefully it makes me feel some things. Then I've got one I am really unsure about, but I agreed to it, and I'm gonna read it, and I'm interested. I'm just hesitant. And that is This Poison Heart by Kaylin Barron. I really didn't care for Cinderella Is Not Dead. I actually DNF'd it. It didn't click for me. Nothing about it. Like, it wasn't bad. It wasn't a bad book, but it wasn't doing anything for me personally. This one does interest me more than the story and things of that one did. So this will be a second chance author for me, and I'm hoping this is good. The cover is gorgeous. Absolutely stunning. And this one was recommended by Ray from Ray's Reading Corner. Hopefully I don't DNF this one as well. Hopefully this author will make a comeback for fitting my reading tastes. But if not, I mean, not every book is for every person, so. Then we have one that I have TBR'd so many times and have not gotten to. I've had it for a while and I need to get to it. I'm so hyped for this one. Why have I not read it yet? And that is The Long Way to a Small Angry Planet. This was recommended to me by Celine, and yeah, why haven't I read this yet is the question. This is a sci-fi by Becky Chambers, and I have heard nothing but good things about this. I don't think I've heard like any bad reviews from people who have read this one. I just need to read it. I need to pick it up. I need to read it. Am I not picking it up once again because I keep putting off picking up sci-fis even though I do like some sci-fi? I don't know. I don't know why this is taking me forever to get to, but now I have to push to get to it sometime this year, and I will get to all of these. It's gonna happen, okay? Now, I actually do have one bonus, kind of 13th, because I had already filled this out and I didn't want to take anybody's picks off of there after I had already told them I would read their book. But Abby from Abby of Pelennor has been wanting me to read the Pelennor series for some time. She convinced me to buy the whole series last year, and so I will be reading The Naming, which is the first in that series by I don't remember who now. I will be reading that. I need to get to that sometime this year. It's not technically on this challenge, but it is one that I need to prioritize getting to this year. I think I'm hesitant because it's her favorite series of all time, and I don't want to hate this book, okay? If I hate this book, I don't know if we'll be friends anymore. So, but that is it. That is my 12 books, 12 friends, 12 months for 2023, and I will get to all of these. I'm gonna do it, okay? I'm not gonna fail another challenge, as always happens. I have not the track record to prove this, but anyway, thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one.